In the previous video I made comparing genuine and counterfeit Toyota oil filters, I forgot to mention a couple of things. The first one is just how carefully the Toyota product is made. Look at the back side of the faceplate here. You can see that this area that engages the anti-drain back valve is really smooth on the Toyota filter, compared with the area, that same area on the counterfeit Toyota filter. It's just been stamped out. There are sharp edges here, burrs. They're going to cut into the anti-drain back valve. Not a good situation. Also, if you look carefully, you can see how nicely these inlet holes are formed in the Toyota filter. They're very round. Compare them with the inlet holes on the counterfeit filter. They're kind of oblong. And if you look on the back side, you can see the imperfections in the manufacturing technique as opposed to those on the Toyota filter. All the edges are smooth. There are no burrs. Much better quality product. Another thing that's not quite obvious unless you actually try to remove this O-ring is how difficult it is to remove the Toyota O-ring. It's really hard. I mean, I'm using this pick. The pick is not a sharp one, but the point is just to hook something behind the O-ring and try to get it out. And I literally cannot do it. And this is a huge advantage because often when these filters are removed, the O-ring may stay behind and then create a problem. People just don't notice that. In this particular situation, this is the counterfeit filter. Removing the O-ring is really easy. And not that it's going to necessarily come out, but the filter is just not made to the same tolerance. It does have a little lip that engages the shoulder here, but the width of the groove is just too much. So the O-ring doesn't want to stay. And just to reiterate, I talked about the anti-drain back valve, but this is a Toyota valve. And this is the counterfeit valve. It's just a thin disc. It doesn't have a thickened seat here. And that's why these things fail, as I showed you in the previous video. I just want to take the opportunity also to compare the Toyota filter to another aftermarket filter. This is a motorcycle filter, and it's made by Wix, and the Wix has a lot of good reviews online. People like these filters, but I just wanted to show you and maybe do a little plug for one of these filter cutting tools. I find that it's a really good idea to cut your filters open, not just to see how your vehicle, car, motorcycle, whatever is doing, if there are any metal shavings there, debris inside the filter, what's going on with the vehicle itself, but just to see how well these things are made. And if you find something that you don't like, perhaps you can switch brands. So let's take a look at this Wix filter. This is for a Honda motorcycle. So you can see it looks like the components are quality components. You know, you have a nice faceplate. Looks like what looks like a nice anti-drain back valve, but one thing I can tell you is when I opened this filter up, the anti-drain back valve was sitting here like this. Here's the problem. If you look at the Toyota very well made anti-drain back valve, you can see that this shoulder here, or this seat, is quite wide. So when this nose of the filter element engages the anti-drain back valve, there's a lot of room for it to actually interface with it. In this particular case, the same area is really narrow. And so what happened was this portion of the filter element essentially just pushed through it. And again, this is probably made out of a good material. The attempt was made to design it properly, but the small element in the design caused this issue. There was also another issue with this filter, and that was the bypass valve. See if I can turn the light off here and show you. Just gonna shine the flashlight inside. You can see light right through there. And that's because somehow when the scent cap was stamped out, there was a gap formed there. The bypass valve itself seems to be made out of a nice, good material. It's not a metal valve, but this was certainly an issue. Another thing that I noticed is when you push the bypass valve, it tends to stick sometimes. That is not a good thing. I mean, you never know when that's going to happen, and then the filter is going to be stuck on bypass all the time. So that is why it's a good idea to take your filter elements apart and see how it is that they're made. Like I said, if you find something you don't like, perhaps you can switch brands.